Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we'll be talking about season 2 of the show, Raised by Wolves. Fun fact, legendary director Ridley Scott, who directed the movie Alien, is a producer on this show. And the androids in this show, as well as the android from Alien, both have a signature creamy white blood. This season of this show came out in 2022 and stars Amanda Collin, Abubakar Salim, and Travis Fimmel and was created by Aaron Guzikowski. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Season 2 picks off where Season 1 ended, with Mother recently giving birth to a serpent, and now her children are at a new atheist colony called the Collective. Mother, as well as the other inhabitants, are still exploring this planet and trying to learn its history, while the atheists and the Mithraic try to rally people behind their beliefs. Raised by Wolves is a sci-fi adventure show. If you liked Alien, Prometheus, or His Dark Materials, then I suggest you check it out. I think Raised by Wolves is such a creative show. We see how these androids are helping build a society on a far-off planet that they know nothing about. A group of kids were birthed in season 1, and we see that only one of them survived, but when the android tries to birth another one, instead they birth a serpent, which in this season is massive. There's a lot of talk about religion and how the Mithraic think about anything that is remotely good that happens to them is because of soul, which we come to find out isn't necessarily true. We come to learn that these creatures on this planet are de-evolution humans, and I think it's interesting to see how, that this is shown on screen. The ideas on this show are just really interesting to see, and they're things that I would have never personally even thought of. The biggest thing that's recurring through this season is how to remain a society if we had to start over. The show takes account finding shelter and safe food, but also dealing with the first childbirth, and even that is a complicated situation. We learn that the characters in this show aren't the first ones on this planet, so they have to navigate learning what happened to the ones before them and if they did something wrong. They have been on this planet in this show for years and still don't really know what they've gotten themselves into. This whole idea of soul in the Mithraic really makes you question how much of this religion is based off of events that happened, but they just couldn't explain it in the moment. So they chuck it up to some religious figure like soul, and others believe and follow. With Marcus having mother's eyes and being stronger, grandmother coming down like a sun ray, and just any random thing that, has happened this season, they always really just chuck it up to soul, when in reality there was either an explanation for it, or it was just a really act of pure luck, which is what it seems like the show wants you to think of. Question everything. The title song of this show just fits so perfect with the setting of the show. Miriam Wallington and Ben Frost wrote the song, and I think that Miriam's voice on the song is perfect for the title song, and I never skip it because I really just love hearing her voice and how it just very smooth and just fits perfectly with the intro of this show. Amanda Collin, Abubakar Salim, and Selena Jones do a phenomenal job playing androids in this show. The way that they speak and their movements really help seal the deal and make you believe that these people are actually androids. Marcus was annoying me this season, which I think was the goal. His false prophet story was something that irritated me, and I was happy when he was finally put in his place by Mother. Paul was also kind of annoying because he's so young and doesn't know much, but he knows that Marcus isn't his father because Marcus killed his real father and still wants to help him. Mother and father were trying to protect him, and all he did was whine and complain about Soul and Marcus. And I'm like, the man is bad. And you're a child. Go do something else. Stop whining. I love how they're setting up Campion to be the future leader of this either colony or planet. He's the only one of his siblings to survive, and as of right now, he's the only one we've known, besides the baby that was born this season, that had been born on this planet that, we are slowly learning about. I feel like he is like the perfect person also that would help bridge the gap between humans and androids, because there's a lot of mistrust there, and I think that Campion has experience with both groups, and I think that Campion kind of will be the perfect person, to help bring them together. I love when this show sees Mother show her necromancer side, because I just know that she's about to destroy some stuff. However, there is one scene in this season where she goes up against this new super serpent, that I like to call it, and she gets absolutely obliterated. And it was so interesting to see something that could finally take on her necromancer mode. She ends up defeating it later, but in that moment, I was a little worried, because I was like, I don't know if she is actually the strongest person, thing, android, on this planet, if that serpent was able to take her out so easily. My favorite part of this season is when Mother gets her eyes back from Marcus, because everyone thought he was like some godly human, and Mother saw right through that. This scene was so satisfying to see him lose, and also to see Mother get back into her necromancer form. Raised by Wolves is a great sci-fi show with a great cast and a very creative world that they build. There are a lot of intertwining stories, but they also leave it open for another season. If you haven't seen Raised by Wolves, then I suggest that you watch it. Thank you for watching my video. I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. If you have not subscribed, please do so you can keep up to date with more of my videos. But besides that, everyone stay safe, have fun, and goodbye.